Hello, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about a really important subject. And so many people feel frustrated with trying multiple diets and really struggling to lose weight. We're going to highlight the number one mistake people make in their weight loss journey. And so, really, it's something that I'm continually talking about with patients. So, I wanted to highlight what I'm seeing on a recurring basis with folks. And it's a really easy trap to fall into, but I'm going to highlight why it doesn't work and then maybe what you can do about it. So first of all, I think for my experience is that with patients, they feel frustrated because I always am told, I've tried everything, nothing works. I've tried multiple diet plans. They always promise a quick fix and quick results, but then I end up right back where I started. And as a woman in the middle age who is now going through menopause, I completely understand the hormonal component of this. There's a shift that's occurring in the body. It feels like, things aren't making sense anymore like they did 10 years ago. And so there's some things here that we need to pay attention to because as your hormones shift with this aging process, which can be very frustrating at times, there's some things that you can understand. But the most common and most painful mistake people make is just relying clearly just on drastic calorie reduction. And you've heard me say that, yes, you do need to be in a caloric deficit to lose weight, but I think some people take it way too far, and that's where they fall into the trap, right? So there is a balance to this because what you don't want to do is actually cause damage to your metabolic health. And everyone seems to think that if you just eat significantly less, that this will be a quick fix. You'll drop the pounds and be able to go back to whatever you were doing before. And that is the mistake, right? So there's tons of marketing showing before and after photos and this worked for me, and they put you on this super restrictive diet and they make you work out like insane amounts. And one, it's not healthy. Number two, it's not sustainable. And that's not how we were made. Our bodies were not made for that. And so what do we do instead, right? So, well, besides what we do instead, I just want to show you why it's not working, because I want you to think about there's a particular type of muscle, or excuse me, a particular type of tissue, which is your muscle, which is your metabolic furnace. I want you to equate muscle with metabolic furnace. We want to turn up the metabolic furnace. We need to increase our muscle mass. And you have to eat enough calories to sustain your muscle mass, right? A certain particular grams per kilogram and slight reduction in calories. And that will be how you can really turn this around. And you'll see sustainable weight loss. It will take longer than, the 30-day lose 30 pounds diet or whatever it is that you might come across on Facebook or TikTok or whatever. But I will tell you, the ones who have done this so well have one reason a plant-based diet works so well is that you're naturally eating less calories, but you're also feeling satiated and you're really giving yourself the micronutrients that you need that come in plants. Now, the other piece of this is really making sure that you eat enough protein. And these protein-rich foods are going to be your legumes, your whole grains, and a small amount of nuts and seeds, because nuts and seeds are high calorie foods. So those can hinder weight loss if you eat too much of them. But they do have some very important healthy fats that your body does need to make hormones and other things. So make sure you're doing resistance training 3 times or more per week, progressive overload, 3 to 6 months, is what you're going to need to be thinking long-term, right? Think of 3-month chunks. You do your resistance training for 3 months, you're progressively overloading, you're keeping your protein up. If you get stuck, we slightly reduce your calories. I had a patient just recently who we started the approach, we watched for 2 weeks. She wasn't losing weight. We just cut a little bit more. She continued her resistance training, and lo and behold, she lost almost 8 pounds in 1 month. And that was just my most recent patient. So again, we're not decreasing your metabolic furnace. We're increasing your metabolic furnace, and we're shifting and doing more fat loss. So it's a balance, but you need to pay attention to it. It's just not about drastically cutting calories. It's so important. Please, please hear me out, especially as a woman in this middle age, which is an adventure for all of us. But if you live long enough, you're going to go through menopause as a female, and can be a joy. I think there's a reason there's only a few animal species on the planet that actually go through menopause, live long enough to go through menopause, and I think we're special. So I'm highlighting that. So I wanted to share that with you. I also wanted to share, please check out my free masterclass. It's completely free, guys. It's 5 steps to master your metabolism and lose weight. You'll see the link in the description below or in the link wherever you're listening and watching. So I hope you found that helpful. Number one mistake is drastically cutting calories, shutting down your metabolic furnace. You lose muscle mass. The fix: sustain enough calories to maintain a muscle mass with good, proper protein. So we're shooting for minimally 1 gram per kilo, preferably closer to 1.4 grams per kilo. And resistance training, think 3-month blocks, progressive overload, and yeah, that's the main thing. And a 100 to maybe 200 calorie deficit based on your total daily energy expenditure calculation. So I know that was a lot, but I can go further into it in my free masterclass. So check it out. Please share this video with someone if you think they might be helpful for them. You can share also the link to the free masterclass, and I'd be most appreciative. And as always, oh, by the way, I'm not in my normal, I'm traveling. I have 2 children getting married in the next 2 months. So we'll be traveling to Texas, and it's very exciting for the first one. And then we get another one in July and one more to go after that. So we'll see. He's a young one. Anyway, guys, so appreciate you being here as always. I just want to say thank you for spending time with me any time of day, because I know the one thing you can't get back is your time. So I hope you found that helpful. As always, I'm sending you love, joy, peace, and gratitude for you being here, and healing. We all need more of that in this world. So thanks again for being here, and have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day. All right. Bye, guys.